What's up guys, I'm Dycaite and welcome to the second episode of 12 Up, the show where I examine 12 mysteries, glitches, easter eggs, fun facts, or lost and obscure games, not necessarily in that order. Warning, this episode contains nudity. With that said, let's begin. 1. Spyro 2, Gateway to Glimmer, Swimming in the Air. In the second installment in the Spyro the Dragon series, Gateway to Glimmer, aka Ripto's Rage, it is possible to trigger a glitch in a handful of areas of the game that will allow Spyro to swim through the air. The specific method that I recall from when I tried this as a child was the one you are seeing now, in Sunny Beach. This glitch enables you to boundlessly explore a number of areas, even so far as allowing you to view the game from a perspective the developers had not intended. On another note, something that I actually learned in making this video is that this glitch can be accomplished in not just the second Spyro game, but all of the console ones, minus the first. You think they would have patched it out after this one, right? Maybe it was simply deemed too fun to get rid of. 2. Final Fantasy VIII, PS2 tech demo. If you mention the FF7 PS3 tech demo to a Final Fantasy fan, they will likely instantly know what you are referring to. Something that many fans don't seem to be aware of, however, is that years earlier, in 1999, a tech demo for Final Fantasy VIII was done in the same vein, utilising PS2 hardware. This tech demo, recreating the ballroom scene from the game, sadly can only be found in rather low quality, the best available copy of which you are now seeing. Here's hoping a cleaner version surfaces someday. 3. Super Mario Sunshine, NOKI Bay Book. In Mario's 2002 GameCube outing Super Mario Sunshine, a mysterious, unreachable book can be found in the NOKI Bay episode Red Coins in a Bottle, visible by diving down to the location you're now seeing and then adjusting the game's camera. People have managed to glitch themselves into the small room containing the book, though it apparently cannot be collected or interacted with in any way, and its true purpose remains a mystery to this day, with Nintendo never having elaborated on the matter. Although interestingly enough, the official title of the level's background music is The Book in the Bottle, suggesting that the collection of said book was originally going to be the goal of the level. 4. XENOPHAGE, Alien Bloodsport, BLARNEY. By modifying the settings INI file of 1995 shareware DOS fighting game XENOPHAGE Alien Bloodsport, you are able to set your opponent as a hidden character named Blarney, an obvious parody of Barney the dinosaur. In the registered version of the game, you are able to trigger this battle simply by typing the word Blarney at any menu screen. Good stuff. 5. Final Fantasy VII, SHINRA Motor's FMV. There exists an FMV in Final Fantasy VII that is only accessible for a short period of time on Disc 1 when you first get to the second floor of the Shinra building. The FMV, a presentation for Shinra Motors, is notable for having been skipped over by a large number of people who played the game, with many not being privy to its existence for some time to follow. This includes myself, only having come across it while fiddling around with my Game Shark after having completed the game. While most FF7 fans these days are probably aware of the clip, there still seems to be a large amount of people coming forward as never having seen it. If you're one of those people, this has been included for you. Enjoy. Six. Garage, Bad Dream Adventure. Garage Bad Dream Adventure is a little-known surreal Japanese point-and-click puzzle game set within some sort of dream machine wherein you control a small alien-looking robot through a run-down, barren, and occasionally unnerving maze-like environment. The game, created by Tomomi Sakuba and originally released in 1999, was put out in very limited numbers, with only around 3,000 copies ever having been distributed, plus an additional 90 private edition copies containing both the game and a collection of concept art and production materials that were sold online in 2004. It wasn't made widely available until 2014, when a Hardcore Gaming 101 user by the name of CC0 purchased a copy of the game for a whopping 1,000 Australian dollars, and was then kind enough to share the game around online, as well as scans of the box and case inlays. Truly a legendary effort by CC0, I salute you, buddy. The sad part is, for me at least, and people like me who can't read Japanese, that the game has not been translated, and as such, I am unable to properly play through it, though I am actually in the process of organising for someone to live translate the game as I play through it. Stay tuned to my channel for more on that in the future. For the time being, however, Garage remains, in a way, just out of reach for most, but I genuinely cannot wait to properly play through it someday, and hopefully someday soon. 7. D. Censorship bypass. The late Kenji Anno, director of the 1995 psychological horror puzzle adventure title D, took a rather ingenious approach when it came to having his game released without it being butchered by censors. Upon first submitting the finished game to the publisher for approval, which he did late, he had all of the storyline elements, and therefore all of the graphically violent or otherwise disturbing scenes redacted. In fact, he went as far as keeping all of the storyline sequences secret from his co-workers, with the game originally having been developed under the guise of containing virtually no storyline, since at that point in time, a game with this level of disturbing content had not really been done. After receiving publisher approval, Anno, who had been tasked with delivering the master copy to manufacturers in person, a cleverly orchestrated penalty resulting from the fact that his original copy had been submitted to the publishers late, switched out the clean copy for the proper uncensored game, effectively bypassing all censorship. A ballsy move, but one that ultimately paid off, with D these days being heralded by many as a cult classic. 8. Rings of Power, Nude Code. In Naughty Dog's 1991 Sega Mega Drive, aka Sega Genesis game, Rings of Power, it is possible to enter a cheat code upon booting the game that will cause the normally clothed woman seen before the title screen to appear topless. This cheat is commonly regarded as the first ever nude code in a video game, and is accomplished specifically by holding A, B, C, down, right and start on the second controller as you turn on the console. It's pretty amazing to think that this legitimately exists in a 1991 video game that was largely targeted at children. Can you imagine the outrage if something like this happened today? Funnily enough, Naughty Dog have refused to comment on the presence of the cheat to this day. I guess they were put in the doghouse after getting found out, right? Get it? Doghouse? Never mind. 9. Grand Theft Auto 4, SWINGSET Glitch. In Rockstar's 2008 Grand Theft Auto 4, a number of swing sets positioned around the map glitch out when driven into, producing hilarious results such as flinging your vehicle high into the air or ripping the driver out like someone being sucked out of an aeroplane. I'm gonna hazard a guess and say that this one too likely fell into the too fun to get rid of basket. And why wouldn't it? Look at this, it's great. 10. Crash Bandicoot, Stormy Ascent. Stormy Ascent is a level that was cut from the original 1996 Crash Bandicoot. As the level was cut so close to completion, it was actually left in the finished product, though it is only accessible via GameShark codes. According to Naughty Dog co-founder Andy Gavin, the level was cut for being too long and too difficult, and is, essentially, a harder version of Slippery Climb, which, frankly, is a hard enough level as it is. In preparation for this episode, I decided that it would be fun to try and beat this level myself, without using save states or anything like that. Well, 2 hours, 94 deaths, and 15 game over screens later, I had to concede defeat, lest I destroy my laptop in frustration. I'm not even kidding, I recorded the whole thing. This level is brutal, and I challenge you to try and beat it. Massive props to anyone who actually does. Here's a bonus fun fact about Stormy Ascent. A screenshot from the level can be found on the back of the game's PAL case. Huh. 11. Metal Gear Solid, ANNOY LING. In Hideo Kojima's groundbreaking 1998 PlayStation game Metal Gear Solid, it is possible for Snake to annoy support character / human save point Mei Ling. This is done by repeatedly calling Mei Ling on the codec and choosing to not save your game. After enough taunting, Mei Ling will stop replying to you altogether and appear to grow slightly annoyed. Continuing on a few more times will cause her to poke her tongue out at Snake. That'll teach him. 12. Pokemon Gen 1, Glitch City. Finishing off today's episode, another Pokemon Gen 1 entry, this time for the infamous Glitch City areas. In the first generation of Pokemon games, it is possible to glitch the game in a number of locations, resulting in the player finding themselves in one of several glitched out cities, the only method of leaving said cities being to fly or teleport out. These cities are all accessed by triggering a countdown timer glitch at the Safari Zone that allows you to travel outside of the zone while still having your steps counted. After taking 500 steps, the game will take you back to the Safari Zone reception, upon leaving which you will find yourself in a glitched city, the particular city being chosen depending on where you were when the timer ran out. A glitch that most Pokemon fans are likely already aware of, but one that I feel was definitely worth a mention nonetheless. That's it for today's show. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did indeed enjoy it, please consider liking this video and or subscribing to my channel for future episodes of 12 Up and other gaming content. If you have a topic you'd like to see me cover on the show, please let me know. Till next time, I'm Dycaite, see ya!